the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! Out by Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now.
McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, April 3rd. Let's get that one up to date. Boom. Made it. April 3rd. Landon, I got to start off with a question for you.
Okay.
How did you hit reply all? How is that possible? Was it company wide? Like what are we talking here? What was
there was I think 48 people in this.
Yeah, that's too big.
Yeah. It was a tough scene. I had like 4 people just like roast me like in a separate email.
That's not enough.
Yeah, it was.
That's why we're here doing it now.
I was excited, but I had gotten to the groove of replying all because I was in a bunch of email chains and it happened. I'm not proud of it, but I did it. And I admitted I did it.
Here's my question. Here's my question. 48 people on this email chain.
Yeah.
Why did you have to? Was it an absolute necessity to reply to the email at all?
I'll just go ahead and tell you what it was. So it wasn't even really work related.
That's how it, I mean, it's usually how it always is. That's what this is even worse. It sounds like you're replying to an email you didn't need to reply to. And then I
had to reply at some point, but I was excited about doing this. Okay. So Clayton puts on a golf tournament every single year at Iguani, and I've always worked it, and I love it. It's great. It's fun. I just basically drive around a cart with beer, and it's a great time. Well, they sent out the email. They're like, hey, are you still wanting to work? Thank y'all for helping last year. Email me your name and what time you want to work. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm in that. Reply all. Landon, and I just said afternoon.
Yeah, that's I guess at least it did warrant a reply, but yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Again, not proud of it.
I was hoping it was more of like, hey, you can wear jeans on Friday, and you replied all like an old lady would. That's what I was really hoping was the case.
Yeah, I wish. But I just got roasted.
You're 30, man.
I know. I felt it. I was like, dude, I'm getting old. I had a doctor's appointment this morning, a yearly checkup. Apparently I have high cholesterol. No, not this time. No.
No, well, you say not this time. Have you done it before?
It has happened before, yes.
You're getting old, man. You can't tell by the grays on your face. You're getting old.
I know. I had a guy roast me, a guy that we went to high school with. Haven't talked to him since, I don't even know if I talked to him in high school, but he replied to a picture of me that I posted on Facebook and was like, dude, don't tell me you're going gray, man. We're getting old. And I'm like, dude, you're unrecognizable. Yeah.
You are getting gray. I mean, it's okay. I mean,
yeah, I'm getting gray. Yeah, it's all down here. I'm just gonna try to rock it.
Have you thought about Just for Men? Has it come across?
Not really. Who am I trying to?
That seems like it'd be too much effort.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put a whole bunch of effort into it.
Yeah, so
I already have to like trim up the beard pretty often. I don't know if I want to do that whole thing. That seems like a mess.
You should dye your hair blonde.
If
Tennessee makes it to Omaha, you got to act like a high school baseball player that just made it to state, and you have to dye your hair blonde.
I was gonna
Bleach
say
it.
if they win it, if they go back to back, I'll go blonde.
No, I think you have to do it if they go to Omaha. That's because that's the whole thing with state is when they go to state, they bleach their hair.
until they either win it or get put out.
No, you just bleach it when they clinch a super regional.
How long does a bleach last? Do we know?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah,
I'm sure your sister would know.
Yeah, probably should ask her.
I think you should do it. Just say yes.
I'm in. Here's the thing: I agree to these things, and then you bring them up, like you keep up with them.
Yeah,
which is crazy because I'm like, yeah, I'm in, and then
I'm a man of my word.
6 months later, Cabe's like, hey, you remember when you said that one time?
I don't like that you put in these bet. I mean, you'll put in $100 on something stupid parlay, and you're okay with losing. You won't dye your hair. You're already getting roasted for the grays. Who cares if it's blonde?
I'll go blonde. I think that would be funny. Maybe not at work.
You should grow it out. You should grow it out a little bit longer and do just frosted tips.
That would be sick.
That'd be sick. We should. I mean, I can't be a part of it because I don't have any hair. We should try to bring back frosted tips.
I think we should. I'll do it.
I think it could come back in. It probably already is somewhere a style. There's somebody rocking it.
Somebody is.
All right. Sorry to start you guys off on that tangent, but I did see that today, and I did have to quiz Landon about his email fiasco at work. It's transfer portal time. It's transfer portal season. We'll talk a little bit about that. It is officially basketball off season. It's been football off season. It's baseball. It's Tony Vitello time. He's now center stage, all alone. He's the man in the arena. So, and not that, we had this one earmarked as a huge series, which I mean, it's still big. Don't get me wrong, but it's also one Tennessee should win 3. We had this weekend marked as a huge series, and it could be huge for one team. But if one team wins, Tennessee wins. It's just, yeah, it's kind of how it should go. I mean, we got our guest coming on. I assume had this pre-planned for months, and that's why he's in Knoxville this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy how far Texas A&M has fallen off. They dealt with some injuries, but still, that team, I mean, to return as many guys as they did from that Omaha team to be as bad as they are is not great for a first-year head coach.
Yeah, Schlossnagel, is he officially like the man, at least for A&M?
I don't know. Is he even worse now? Because he left them with this?
Right, but you mentioned it, how many they returned. Like, he didn't leave the coffers bare.
He tried.
He did try. He did. No, you're not wrong. But what are they batting as a team?
No,
we talked about it on Sunday, but I can't remember the number now.
Is it 260 maybe?
Maybe. And we talked about it's probably worse in SEC play. I doubt their average as a team has gotten better in conference play.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh.
I can look up their stats.
Hopefully it's a fun weekend for Tennessee fans. It is. You've got a 7 p.m. start tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Saturday. And then, of course, you have your is it 2 or 3 p.m.? It's got to be 2. 3 would be too late.
You got to be easy now. You can't go over.
Yeah, Texas A&M would never start that late. So that it has to be 2. Yeah, so should be a good weekend of baseball. Well, I guess it's supposed to storm tonight. Is it just tonight?
Oh, I don't know. Is this supposed
I've
to
been getting
storm
alerts. I've been getting alerts all day. Did you get woken up last night by the Nashville alerts?
No, I'm not that old yet. I don't have alerts for the weather.
Oh, no. I got like a red, like one of those.
Oh, like an Amber Alert kind of thing?
Yeah, which I thought I turned them off because I was sick of getting one every single day. I'm terribly sorry for the kids that require the Amber Alerts. I hate that, but I mean, dude, they were popping off a few times a week at one point. So I turned those things off, but I got woken up last night to a weather one in Nashville. I had 3 hours to react. But yeah, so I guess I don't know what it's supposed to be, but that's I mean, the weather's been so nice this week. It's gonna suck if it ruins what should be a good weekend of baseball. Those are great start times.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I mean, I know it's supposed to be good on Saturday, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I don't see any rain on the radar right now. So we should be fine. Not until Sunday. Sunday afternoon. And what happens if that game gets called due to weather? Was that Kentucky that wasted time on them?
Yeah.
Maybe got Tennessee manipulating the weather. I mean, A&M can't catch a break, man.
Yeah, we're gonna put them under some metal bleachers probably if that happens.
There's no metal bleachers left there, right?
I don't think there is.
They've got that thing concreted out.
We need to find some. Oh, I know where they're at. It's under the porches.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, those are metal.
It's kind of crazy that the porches they look sweet, but they're just bleachers.
Yeah.
Scaffolding. I don't even know if you could call them bleachers.
What is it, like a 10 by 10, $20,000 bleacher patio?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Where do I sign?
Sounds awesome.
Put it on the card.
Yeah.
Devin, thank you for hopping in as always. We just got a brand new minor league team. I am shocked they're doing brand new minor league team. I wonder if it moved from somewhere like the Knoxville Smokies. Because I mean they cut out a ton of teams.
The Spartanburgers is an awesome name though.
That is a good name, especially because Landon. Why might it be called the Spartanburgers? What did we learn about it? The Beacon. That is a good name. Left field, Dylan Dreiling, Cal Start. Look at that. Good for all you Spartanburg Knoxville or Spartanburg Vol fans. That's a twofer right there. Can't get any better than that.
I'm pretty sure. I know it's single. I think it's high ball. So yeah, pretty awesome. Got a signed ball from the fellas.
You know, I'm glad he mentioned minor league because today I was thinking about when is opening day for the Knoxville Smokies. We need to plan a trip.
It's like next week, isn't it?
I think it's tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah, they might be playing at Birmingham though. I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up their schedule. Maybe. Yeah, I was thinking about that today because it is at Birmingham. They don't play at home until the 15th versus the Lookouts. Do I wear it? What do I do? Do I go with the home team or do I wear my Lookouts hat? Lookouts hat's pretty sick. That's a conundrum.
I think it's one of those where you probably don't wear either, and then you wait to see who wins, and then you start wearing that hat.
Yeah, okay. It's a fandom game.
Yeah. They got to earn it.
Are there fans of minor league teams?
I think there are, and I think it's pretty awesome.
I think that would suck because there's so much good merch that comes from minor league teams.
Okay, you think you'd go broke?
Well, no, I just mean because you can't, like, I'm not a Lookouts fan. I just like the logo in the hat. It's a sick logo. But I mean, if you play in the same league as them, the Knoxville Smokies,
can't wear it.
You can't wear it.
That's true.
Like, I'll ride with my hometown team, but I'm not gonna give them my exclusive fandom.
Yeah.
And they're a Cubs affiliate. Don't care. Yeah, it's tough. The ballpark looks sweet. It looks nice. I'm excited to go to Knoxville Smokies. One Knox will be playing there as well. So I'm pretty excited to get down to that. What's the name of the park?
Randy Boyd.
It's it's healthcare affiliated. Covenant Health Park.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next time you look at that hospital bill, you just remember that. That's where that money's going to.
Speaking of money going to, baseball tickets are going up again. Paid in full by June or July.
The person I know that sits where they're renovating the Thompson Bowling Arena club seats, they went up. I can't remember what they were at. I think they went up like $3,000, $4,000. They're $6,000 now. They don't even come with. It's a club section, but it doesn't come with food or drink included. It's just you get to access to buy food and drinks. $6,000 for the season, and they're going to sell out every single one, I'm sure.
Yeah, hope you're corporate because that's the only way you're getting.
That's
you're,
it.
You're going to be into these seats. I mean,
what individuals are there? I'm sure there's people buying them for themselves, but what individuals on these accounts? There can't be any.
Yeah, I don't know. It sucks, but I guess we're winning, so whatever. It just stinks.
And I don't know. I mean, there hadn't been, I guess, enough of it in Neyland to really tell. Like, the environment doesn't feel worse, but it looks worse.
Yeah. What about the talent fee? Are we gonna get 10% every single year?
They just keep adding on 10%. I mean, you gotta win. You gotta win.
Yeah.
I also don't. I mean, I get that it's getting ready for when schools are paying players, but right now, what is it going towards? Is it says talent fee? I guess it could be a talent of anyone, a coach, a trainer,
Yeah.
photographer, videographer. I mean, it's just talent.
Here's the thing. This kind of leads us into our first segment that we're 17 minutes in. I don't want to be losing recruits to Louisville because of NIL. If I'm paying 10% on everything.
Yeah. That's the thing is you're obviously going to miss
We got
out
an $8 hot dog. We can't get a freaking white shooting guard from Virginia.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to miss guys, but you better hit more often than you miss I don't understand why they couldn't just say, I don't know. It's just a dangerous game to say talent fees this. Just increase the ticket prices, and people apparently don't care. They won't say a word. Apparently, they'll just pay it. That's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've kind of drawn a target on your back. That if we don't have the talent, if we don't win, yikes.
Talent fee.
Put your money where your mouth is, Danny.
Then they can always spin it and be like, we lost because we need more talent.
We need more, 10% more.
Yeah, it's like, good Lord. I mean, it is like an ongoing thing. It's like you can always spin it. You're like, oh, we keep winning, so we need to keep this talent. Or if we lose, then we need more talent.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand all this. Number one, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I would think the University of Tennessee generates a lot of revenue for their athletic teams.
No.
It kind of blows my mind that it seems like the biggest line item there, the biggest money maker, is tickets. Because I would think it's not the largest.
Yeah.
Especially with how large these TV deals are nowadays. I mean, it's crazy. Are we charging ESPN a talent fee? I just want to tell me that.
What about all those scouts that come to the baseball games? We charging them to get in there?
That's a good point, man.
I mean, they could easily pull it up on.
They could, yeah.
Yeah. They can get film. They can probably have huddle or something. I don't know if baseball uses that, but they could.
Yeah, but they can't feel what that guy's doing on the mound. They can't feel how his presence in the box.
Buy a ticket.
Where do they sit at Tennessee games? Are they right behind home plate?
Yeah.
Dang, those are good seats. They get free food?
I don't think so.
I think we should start giving the ones that draft Tennessee players high free food.
Okay.
It's a pay to play scheme.
I like that.
Get the brand name out there. Need to know. Because
Well, that's the thing.
They're getting rid of free food, aren't they?
Yeah, next year. I think they'll just have concessions.
Does that make you feel any better that they gave you a year warning?
Mm,
No, I think it's worse, honestly. Just take it away.
Yeah, not really. It's like, what's so much better about next year than this year?
New cushions. They're putting in new
Yeah, I
cushions.
mean,
You're
well,
never
what
even
if
going
we
to want to
suck
leave your
next year?
seat.
We suck and I'm hungry.
So who is going to get free food? Is baseball going to be no free food? Or are they going to have?
They will have
sweet?
the meal. I think you'll have to pay for it though.
Oh my gosh, it's an add-on?
Yeah.
Again, just put it in the price of the ticket. What are we doing? Who in their right mind is going to?
Who's going to pay $20 for a meal when you can just go Jersey Mike's right down the street and get a sub?
A lot of people. Convenience. Just put it in the ticket price. That's what they're doing right now. Do they not understand that it's built in?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Transfer portal.
You could always do free concessions like Coastal Carolina. Yeah, Devin, we're going to a game. We're late October, early November. We'll be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Conway.
It's Myrtle Beach for a Chanticleers game. Dude, I'm going to be Chanticleered out.
Are you going to be tilled out?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to blend in right with the field.
Whoa.
When I go streaking, but we call it streaking, I'll be fully clothed. When I storm the field solo, they won't be able to see me. I'll be so teal.
That would be awesome.
Another idea, we rent an RV for it. We road trip in an RV.
A tilled out RV.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that would be tough to find a rental for, but yes, yeah, we should. We should. Devin, let's go. More important issues, just take over.
Tilled out.
We'll change our logo to teal for the week.
Ooh, I like that.
That's how we'll announce our away games from now on, because we're not going to Tennessee ones anymore. All right. Transfer portal. I know you started getting us there.
Yeah, so some bad news today. Tennessee, one of their top portal targets, Isaac McKinley, or McNeely. Sorry, I can't say or spell. The Virginia guard, good shooter, chose Louisville, which I don't get the whole Louisville thing. They've signed 3 of the top 10 combo guards in the portal.
I feel like they're just going to be a new team every year at this point.
Nah, I just don't like. All 3 of those guys are going to play. They're all shooters.
Yeah, no, I agree that, but it also just feels like they're just going to get everyone out of the portal every year.
Yeah, don't really get it. Tennessee did beat them on their home court by 22 points. Please do not forget that. But they've also signed Ryan Conwell out of Xavier and Adrian Woolley from Kennesaw State. And those 2 are ranked above, well, I guess it doesn't really matter, but they technically were ranked above Isaac McNeely, and he chose Louisville, which, I mean, with what Tennessee has coming back right now, it's like, hey, you're the guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know a lot of it is about money. I just wish it wasn't, but I guess it is.
Yeah. I mean, we just need to win the lottery. I mean, we need to win the lottery, and
10% more, guys. Well, I mean, if Louisville is truly spending $8 million on a basketball team for 1 year, that's a little ridiculous.
No, it's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe someone there won the lottery, because I would do that if I won the lottery.
Yeah. Is it KFC? Are they writing a check for that?
The Yum Center. It's even bigger, Landon. It's the Yum brand. It's the Taco Bell, KFC, Pizza Huts.
Mm.
And Long John. I think they've got a Long John's. Isn't that Yum?
Oh, I'm out. They lost me.
You were in on
Gross.
Yum.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, but you could get Taco Bell and Long John Silver's in the same drive-thru. Imagine that.
Guys, you know how we stopped Louisville? We stopped going to these places. I
You
know
would
it's
stop going
hard.
to you would stop going to Taco Bell for
I actually
this.
had Taco Bell tonight. But I would like to.
It's the thought that counts.
It's just so easy.
Taco Bell is easy.
And it's fantastic.
I mean, you're paying for at least a third of this class on your own.
Probably. But I get rewards, so that
There you
it
go.
helps. But when Tennessee lost, that portal prospect, it was kind of all hands on deck to Jacoby Gillespie, the Maryland guard, originally from Greenville, Tennessee. Started his career out at Belmont, entered the portal last year, went to Maryland, had a really good season at Maryland. I think he averages around 4 assists, 14 point something points per game. Pretty good shooter, but he was their point guard. So I would think that would be a huge get for Tennessee is Jacoby Gillespie. Now, where else do they go? I want to know, are we getting any more? We're going to get guards. Are we going to get any big men? Is that a no or a yes?
I gotta think they're. I mean,
you need to at least have one.
are they? Do you think they're confident they're going to keep Okpara, Cade, and JP, and they're rolling with it, or what?
I mean, I think even with those three, if you're banking on those three, I still think you grab one.
I mean, I think you definitely need someone to be a better four, a strong four.
Yeah.
You don't need another 6'11" presence. You need a power forward.
Well, I mean, I don't care what size they are. They just need to be able to score inside.
That too, yeah.
Tennessee desperately needs some inside scoring. I mean, I love a good Okpara alley-oop, but I need somebody just hey, post up, get them the ball, and go score a basket.
There is a 7-footer. There's a couple 7-footers available.
I know Tennessee was looking at the forward from Robert Morris. I think he's 6'9". He averaged 14.1 points and 9 rebounds this season. And then the kid at Lincoln Memorial. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen him. I know that's a good program though.
Yeah, Elijah Freeman. He's 6'8". I think he was the SAC Player of the Year as a freshman.
Didn't know they were in the SAC. Nice.
Yeah. Dropped 36 and 32 on Carson Newman this season.
Why did you have to say that?
Dude, that was his season high, 36.
Okay. All right. Come on, dude. Talon's up.
But yeah, 19 points, 9 rebounds as a freshman in the SAC. I'm in.
The SAC is a strong conference.
It is.
It's a strong group of teams.
Mm-hmm. And he did it in the MSAC.
The MSAC?
Yeah, that's
the name of the?
That's where they play.
Dude,
that's where Carson
Talon's up. I mean, you were all about it. Just go ahead and give it to me. Go ahead and give me the Talons up. Yeah, brother. Go Eagles. All right.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I'd like to see him get some inside scoring a little bit. Guys that can eat up some rebounds. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A little competition.
No.
And guys that can score. Score and score and score.
Yeah, we need an Italian. We need 2
Yeah.
Italians that we can kick it to.
I think the kid from Robert Morris is from Spain. I'm not trying to get canceled, but I mean
that's close.
Yeah.
Close enough. When we're talking the distance from us to Italy and then Spain to Italy, that's close.
Yeah. We can make that work with an Italian.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they've also got some other guys. Donovan Atwell from UNC Greensboro was a guard, and then Rodney Rice at Maryland. So we might just get Maryland's full backcourt with Jacoby Gillespie and Rodney Rice. That would be awesome. They're a 4 seed. I'd like to get a backcourt of 4 seed. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you have like a pretty good front court.
Yeah. Which, I mean, this is just going to be an entire rebuild. This is going to be interesting.
I mean, do you think
I envy Rick Barnes 0?
What'd you say?
I envy Rick Barnes 0.
Yeah. But, I mean, this could be like his, like, if he comes out of, like, if we're talking next year and he's right in the same position he was, you're just like, I mean, go, right?
Oh, well, don't say that to some people.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I wouldn't say
golly,
go.
dude.
I mean, probably in, like, Tennessee basketball, right?
I think he's number 1 Tennessee basketball coach of all time.
Yeah.
And people can start all they want on the Bruce Pearl crap. Go be an Auburn fan. I don't care.
Yeah. Don't have barbecues.
He made 1 Elite 8. And it was with a legit roster. Some of those he didn't recruit. So, and that's not like I'm not trying to knock him. I'm just pointing out things that you would probably attempt to say about Rick Barnes at some point.
Yeah.
Credit to him. He's done a fantastic job. His second Final Four at Auburn. He's done a great job at Auburn. I also think I don't think he would be the coach he is now if he had stayed at Tennessee. I could be wrong about that. I just don't know if he would have made a Final Four at Tennessee. I think he's done a good job of reinventing himself at Auburn. Staying true to what made him a good basketball coach, but also changing things that he needed to change.
We got Stephen Pearl as an assistant coach.
That makes a huge difference. Have you watched Righteous Gemstones?
Oh, yeah.
That's the Pearl family. That is 100% the Pearl family.
Who's Baby Billy?
It's a good question.
Have you seen the latest episode?
I think so. I think I watched this Sundays, yeah.
Where
Waited until 10 p.m. for it to come
Baby
out.
Billy's just skiing naked.
Oh, it's fantastic. Danny Masterson. Not Danny Masterson. That's Danny McBride.
Damn, Danny
Sorry.
Masterson.
Yeah. Sorry for that mistake. I mean, getting similar vibes at this point with all the, I think he talked about, he's like, we talked about it and we said there's probably too much dong, but we're not going to stop or something like that. And no, they have not stopped this season. I mean, it is, which I was telling someone my favorite bit that I hope they somehow bring back is the Smut Busters, where there's just phallic shapes and whatever else just hanging out in the room and Smut Busters. Yeah. I love the Smut Busters. I think we should smut bust one day.
Oh, man. Yeah, that show is. I mean,
yeah, I know. I mean, you have the daughter. It's easy layup dunk. You have the older brother. I mean, easy layup dunk.
I mean, when they walk in on their dad and and Miss Lori.
Yeah, that whole next scene and that scene is fantastic.
I lost it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know much about the younger brother, so I'm not gonna draw any parallels there. But the daughter and son and father layups. I mean, could not be easier to draw comparisons.
That's funny.
I'm a big Eli Gemstone fan. Would like to make that clear.
Yeah.
Especially in his wrestling days.
Especially now.
I've seen a bunch of TikTok of Baby Billy like merch, like shirts, and I know it's probably terrible material and stuff, but I want to buy them because they all look awesome.
Yeah. I just can't get over that he's always going to be Fred Flintstone to me.
Oh, God, I can't think of his name. Eli? Okay.
Yeah.
Really? That's not.
I just feel like that was so long ago.
Fred Flintstone?
Yeah.
That was a while ago, wasn't it?
I mean, it was. I just felt like he was like an older dude in that, and he's still like.
Oh yeah, I feel like in everything. I can't think of him as a young character in a single thing.
Yeah.
John Goodman. I was blanking on his name. I don't know what I wanted to call him, but that would be it. I was actually going to go look at his filmography because I was like, I can't. I mean, think about him. Dan Connor. What show's that? I'm blanking on the name.
Roseanne.
Roseanne. He was an old dad in that show.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that was when Nick at Night was a thing. I mean,
Yeah, that was
and
on-
it was running reruns on that.
That was on like 20 years ago.
Yeah. No, yeah, big fan.
Going back to the portal a little bit. What if you're Tennessee, do you kind of like are you kind of tied to like do you have to have a small point guard? Or are you okay with not?
I'm okay with not. I mean, I think there's many different things that make up a good point guard. I would argue small is not necessarily a great factor, as long as they're shifty and quick.
It's like a 6'1", like you're cool with.
It's pretty short, but yeah, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
because Kennedy Chandler was pretty small too for a guard.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall Jordan Bone was, but he
wasn't short.
He wasn't that short.
I would say he was taller than both, like probably noticeably taller than Kennedy Chandler.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'd say he was at least 6'1", 6'2".
Okay.
I think Kennedy was 5'11", wasn't he?
5'11", 6 foot, something. Yeah, something like that.
High school roster had him at 6 foot. Everybody else bumped him down to 5'11".
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I mean that. Play good defense.
Yeah. I also think you need to have
efficiently.
You need a 6'6", 6'7", like wing that can score the basketball.
I mean, think that Igor we had mid-year, that's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what
we need. And that was more of a post. I'm more thinking of like a
You're talking about like a 3, like a
like a connect.
Admiral played. Or Connect's a better example, yes.
Yeah. Like that kind of score. And Dog, I mean, I say that and Dog Connect just isn't coming around.
You don't mean
that body type.
You don't mean the reincarnation of Dog Connect. You just mean a player of
now it would be sick to get a reincarnation.
Sure, if you find him, get him. That's where you pay $8 million.
Yeah.
Get whoever you need to get on the phone and do it. I mean, it's a good sign. I'm sure he hangs around the basketball team a lot, but Big Daddy Pilot being there, you got to think they were knocking on the wallet during this postseason run. You hope.
I did see something today, and it was like, I mean, Tennessee fans can't be mad at Louisville for spending $8 million on a basketball team when they did it for one quarterback. I was like,
yeah, I mean, sure, whatever. I don't.
Yeah, we also have like 3 sports we care about, not just one. So that
you got to spread the wealth, man.
Yeah, 10% of everything, baby.
I think we should really do tuition hikes towards paying college athletes to win football games. That's what I think.
I think
especially we've got record enrollments at UT right now. Like Randy, quit funneling that money towards a baseball stadium no one cares about. Oh, cool. It's a Tennessee State scoreboard. They already have a guitar in Nashville. It's not cool anymore. Just get a regular square rectangle scoreboard. Put that money, funnel that money towards athletes.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
I would be the world's worst billionaire.
Why you would just what would you buy first?
I would pour all of that money into a no win game. Like unless they win every year, you're going to be pissed off. Like you think you're mad now? Imagine writing a $10 million check to a kid that drops a touchdown pass.
I think we should plus minus them. Like you should grade them out, and depending on their grade, then that's what they get that game.
Yeah, let's just get bonus checks. Like what are we doing?
Yeah. Now there will be a little stat padding. That's why I think a plus minus is good. Like if you're playing, like if you're scoring points, but you're also getting blown out by 40 points. No, you don't get any money for that.
Okay. Yeah, but that's just going to create controversy on playing time, and I will give everyone on the roster as if I'm a billionaire. I will every win in March $100,000. I'm a billionaire. Everybody on the roster.
I think you'd see a lot of baseball players playing college baseball instead of going pro.
That would be in June for them, not March.
Okay.
We're winning championships, not
Okay.
regular season games if I'm a billionaire.
Okay.
This is what I think about. What would you do if you won the lottery? I'd buy a big house, big car. No, I would pour all of my money into something that would only bring me just anger.
Oh, I think the first thing I'm doing is buying a suite.
I mean, they would have to put me in a suite. I'm giving their athletes $100,000 per win in postseason. I mean, I'm not even buying one. You're giving me one. I would do it all cash, dude. I'd walk in with. I'd go full Odell Beckham,
or like full pennies.
That'd be a lot.
You make some poor lady count all those.
Was it a lady at the counter?
Okay. All right, let's get into money here real quick.
I will say this about the transfer portal. It does suck to miss out on guys. I feel like Rick Barnes and his staff have done good in the transfer portal so far. I think this year is going to be much more difficult. So let's see. But I think it is like, let's wait and see.
Yeah, Dubar was a bust.
But there also was a lot more going on there than just, I mean, he went with the team for a month leading up to the season.
Igor had some moments, but if Igor is your worst guy that you got out of the portal, I feel like you feel pretty good about it.
Absolutely.
And also, like, I mean, I would like to see, Jordan Gainey, his second year, he was really good.
His first year, he was solid. Like, he was a good transfer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, his second year really cemented, like, that's a great transfer pickup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We'll see kind of how this, and I wonder if that's a big thing too, is trying to get guys with multiple years of eligibility, where you don't have to rebuild an entire different team.
I think there is something to that. Like, you would like to, you'd like to do both. We talked about how big it was to have that core within your group of transfers. Jordan Gainey was, yes, you had Zakai and Jemai who were your obvious two, but Jordan Gainey was thought of as one of those guys. He'd been here for a full year prior, and he was in that consistent group. So I think it's big if you can find a guy that's got multiple years, and I think Akpar can be that next year.
Yeah, agreed. If he can get some scoring to him, I think he could be really good.
More alley-oops, baby. More alley-oops.
Yeah.
They're coming.
More blocks.
Yes.
Also, 1-for-1. He should not shoot a 3 next year. If he does, he better make it. It's like swinging with a 3-0 pitch.
2 for 2 is pretty sweet.
He better make it.
Yeah, he doesn't have like the obvious green light, but there's a green light out there.
Mm-hmm. All right. This is a money year for football. Before we get into that, guys, go check out Hovey Dry Goods, hoveydrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off your first purchase. Love their hats. They got a lot more styles and a lot more teams. I don't know if you're a Titans fan. You probably aren't, since Will Levis is your quarterback right now. Until they draft, I guess, Cam Ward. But they got a Tighten Up hat that's really cool on their website. They have some other teams, some Mississippi State. I think they have Florida, LSU, some Ole Miss stuff. So go check them out. If anything, they're great gifts. And again, use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. All right, money year for football. Who are you like, man, this guy better be a dude?
It's Nico. Nico's the obvious one. Nico's the obvious one. Yeah. Stands out. He's going to be similar to Joe Milton going into the draft, that his measurables are going to wow people. He's going to be in the conversation pretty much no matter what. You got to play somewhat good, but pretty much no matter what.
This is his probably last year on campus.
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
You want it to be, right? Because that means he's got a really good draft grade.
Or you're moving on quarterback-wise, right?
Sure. So it's probably either way. But you want it in a good way. You want it to be his last year on campus.
Yeah.
but yeah, his measurables are like he's going to wow people. He's going to find a team. It's about what will that rookie contract look like? What does that guaranteed money look like? This is a massive year for Nico.
Yeah. Agreed. And it kind of stinks you're rebuilding your offensive line. You got new receivers, new running backs, like not a ton of just veteran playmakers on this team to kind of help you in that money year, but you're getting paid $8 million, so you got to go figure it out.
Yep. Absolutely.
There's no more feeling sorry for the guy because he couldn't get it done. Like, got to go get it done. And, I mean, was last year a great year for him? Probably not, but he won games.
Great. Yeah, it was a solid year.
Yeah.
It was a solid year. You talked about the offensive line, Lance Hurt. I think we've mentioned him in this money year conversation before. Lance Hurt.
Yeah, to be.
You also want this to be his last year on campus in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Or it's probably he's probably gone regardless.
Maybe. I mean, you're probably just going to try to recruit over him, and then it's kind of up to him what happens. But this is a huge – I mean, you want to be out of here if you're him. And, again, in a good way. You want to be going to the draft. You do not want to be in the transfer portal. You want to be in the draft getting paid.
Yeah.
Like,
and you've already kind of recruited over him, I guess. Like, I mean, David Sanders is playing left tackle his sophomore year. So
more than likely, yes. Yeah.
So I think another one, Ricky Gibson.
I mean,
I think it is like it literally is a money year. Like you're getting paid more money. You had that. I might enter the portal. Let me get more money because I'm cornerback 1 right now. Dude, you got to go prove it after you do something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
you put a target on your back.
It's like that talent fee.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I could have done it behind the scenes and no one would even bat an eye, but you made it public and now everything you do on the field is going to be under a microscope.
Oh, absolutely. I think too, that brings up Jamal McCoy. It's a money year and could be a bad thing for Tennessee because also it's going to be about staying healthy. Like if he comes back, what's that timeline look like to get back? How many games does he stay in once he comes back? Because he does have a full 2024 film to showcase. It's a money year. I hope, again, in a good way for different reasons for Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, another guy, Ethan Davis. Miles Kitselman hurt right now. He's kind of that leader in the clubhouse with Miles Kitselman. He's been here the longest. And the talent's always been there. Like even last year, he started for Tennessee. He just didn't kind of make the most out of his opportunities. You need to get more physical. When Tennessee had to go, 2 tights, it wasn't Ethan Davis a lot because physically he just wasn't there. So he needs to put it all together this year and have that money year. I think for Tennessee's offense to be successful, they need. With Miles Kitselman hurt, they need Ethan Davis to be good. Because behind them all you got a redshirt freshman and Cole Harrison, and then you have just regular freshmen and Jack Van Doorslayer and Deshaun Brain. So definitely need Ethan Davis to ball out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You got any more?
Joshua Josephs.
Okay.
And it's his last year. I think he's kind of right on the cusp. I think he could have a big year and find himself getting paid as well. He's probably like the one I would, I guess, like eyeing where I think he's in a position that it could really bump up some stock. I think by midseason, he'll be talked about kind of like for Tennessee wise, he'll be like the next James Pearson, that he'll be your go-to end. That's who it is. That's your edge rusher.
Yeah. I thought he was phenomenal last year. I don't know if he got.
I'm kind of shocked that the conversation hadn't shifted to that already. I mean, obviously everyone kind of knows by default it is, but like, I think he could have a pretty big year in a similar position.
And I thought he did good at that, strong side defensive. Like he looked good in that.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. He didn't have to like be the Leo or whatever it is. I thought he did a great in run support, and I also thought he rushed the passer well. I thought he was Tennessee's most productive defensive lineman last year.
He looked like Fred, like what we thought sophomore year Joshua Josephs would look like.
Correct. Yes. And I think that's big to get him back because I
thought he was gone.
I was worried about that too, for sure.
Yeah. That's probably all I have that I'm like legit. It's their money year. I mean, there's obviously some guys that you can circle due to age, but those are my standouts, I guess.
Also, I had two more, and they're receivers. I had Mike Matthews, kind of same thing with Ricky Gibson. You had the, transfer portal stuff out there, and then the NIL. I get it, but at the same time, like, hey, you pretty much put yourself in to say, like, hey, I'm worth wide receiver one money, and so now you got to go earn it.
Sure.
And then Chris Brazel, he's a guy that just, for whatever reason, it just did not click all the way last year like you thought it was going to.
Right.
So hopefully the next year or another year in this system is a lot better for him, and he's able to get open more. I think that had to be a lot different from getting open in the competition that Tulane plays to the competition that Tennessee plays. It just didn't click. Now he had some moments here and there, and I think he's a decent receiver. I think he needs to do a little bit better of when people jam him. He's kind of a skinny guy. He's got to get off of it. He's got to find a way. He's got to have a counter punch to when people press him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I agree.
I think Arion Carter could be one too. I think with him being the quarterback of the defense, I think he's a big one that needs to have a good year for Tennessee to be successful.
Yeah, I agree.
And he looks the part, man. I mean, he's got the hair in the back. He's got the spats. I mean, he looks like a creative player.
Spats are making a comeback, man.
I'm in.
Finding out athletic trainers hate them since they're making such a comeback.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's just not as. I think it has. Like, I think there's a fine line of like doing it correctly and not doing it correctly.
Okay.
I think it wastes a lot of tape.
Sure.
And I think if you get injured, it kind of creates a whole issue of like cutting your cleat off rather than just taking it off.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole thing. If you're an athletic trainer, you can tell me, but I've seen them complain about it. I know the tape waste of tape kind of deal is a thing.
I never got the ankle tape, and maybe I'm just weird. I just never got that.
Oh man, I've only suffered like one or two sprained ankles. I think definitely once. I think maybe twice. I can't remember. But I've always had really weak ankles. I roll them really easily.
Yeah.
Like, just tweak them. So taping it was a godsend. And I hated ankle braces. They're too bulky.
Yeah,
I hated to, but
right. I wore them because I had a broken ankle at one point, but I hated it just felt so restricted, and I hated that feeling. Even though it probably is more secure and helps, it just felt like I was moving so slow.
See, I think they are for sure at first. You got to get it loose, and then after a while, you can't really tell that they're taped.
Really? Okay.
I mean, you can tell, but like in terms of like your movement.
Yeah. That's like a wrist tape. I hated that too. I was like, this makes no sense. I literally am trying to catch a football and it's like this. I can't really move my.
Football. I almost always tape my wrist.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. That was like, it feels safer when you're going in to block someone and
I should have done it. I don't know.
You're getting hit kind of deal.
Maybe I just need to loosen it up and it'd feel better. I would try to do it. And
with the wrist, you got to like flex your wrist while it's going on.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Justin would tell me to. So that's how I was
never told that. I was like, yeah, this is going to suck.
Yeah. I mean, ankles, it definitely is somewhat restrictive. Like I would only do it in soccer if I really felt like, all right, my ankle doesn't feel 100% today. Because I didn't like it if they felt fine. But yeah, it was, I don't know. You know what I hated? And it's becoming more and more popular. I see it on like everybody now. That, what's that black tape called? That you would like put over like muscles.
Oh,
I had to wear that on my hip all the time because of my hamstring.
you talking the stuff that looks like a spider web?
Yeah.
Talking about that stuff? Okay.
Dude,
yeah.
that stuff was terrible. And it did not come off.
Really? Dude, I always thought it was so sick, like Kamara when he had the tape on his like elbow, like all the way down his arm. I never got it, but it looks so cool.
I think it was, but I mean, he'd do it everywhere. But I think it's a turf thing, and I do remember, 1 year at camp. I guess it was when the turf was really bad because that turf was so old at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah,
like right there, I got really really bad turf burn, like open wound.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Morristown. That I was like, man, I hate that place.
Morristown's turf used to be bad. They got new stuff recently, but
Carson Newman's used to be bad when I first got there. They redid it not too long. I think they redid it like my sophomore year, but that freshman year it was like, I mean, you had to wear like long sleeves and pants or
I feel like
long.
Obviously, like the grass wears down, like it starts to feel kind of like hard. But I feel like the worst part about it is they just every time I've been on old turf, it feels like there's way too much rubber on them. Like they never take any of it off. They only just put more on.
Mm-hmm.
And that may not be true. It may just be how it seemed.
Yeah.
I'm also, as an old man, I'm 100% out on turf. It hurts my knees and my shins so bad. And then I played goalie on it, and just diving and landing on turf is awful. Like I'm so sore the next day from it.
Ban turf.
Yeah, ban it. It does rock to have as a poor program.
Oh, I'm sure.
But it's brutal. It's got to
be. You never have to worry
about
about like a hole anywhere.
That's not true, man. That's not true.
Really?
There's been one at South Doyle. We were at Gibbs, and there was like a huge cutout in it. And then like when it gets cut out, all that stuff will come out from under it on the field. And they were just like, yeah, I mean, what can we do about it? I was like, I fix it, not play. I mean, it's on the field. Someone's gonna get hurt. I don't remember what happened, but yeah. No, when that stuff that stuff's got to be taken care of. It's not the same kind of maintenance, but it's got to be cared for.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
You got a good friend to tell us about before we get our special guest on?
Yeah. Guys, go check out Grade A Grounds. Do you want to start your day with a fresh, locally roasted cup of coffee and make a difference while doing it? Grade A Grounds is more than just a great coffee. They are all about giving back. Right now, you can support an incredible cause by purchasing one of their special edition coffee bags featuring artwork from talented students and benefiting amazing organizations. And if you're a part of a school, team, church, or nonprofit looking for a delicious way to raise funds, they've got you covered. With their coffee fundraiser, your group keeps 40%, you heard that correctly, 40% of every sale, meaning more support for the things that matter most to you. Don't worry, there's some stuff for you guys listening right now. Just for being a loyal listener, they're going to give you 10% off your order today. So use the promo code MORE, M-O-R-E, at checkout. Enjoy premium coffee while supporting a great mission. Head over to gradeagrounds.com to grab your bag today. That's gradeagrounds.com. And don't forget to use promo code MORE for 10% off. Drink great coffee. Make a great impact. Grade A Grounds. Coffee with a cause.
Love it.
Go check them out.
Dude, that coffee
is
incredible.
What are you on right now?
I'm on the beef or blueberry still.
Still beef or blueberry?
Yeah, it's
and
I just love the smell. I kind of just want to have it as like a candle.
Honestly, I think I like the smell of coffee better than the taste of coffee.
Okay. I like
good
that.
Coffee. I've got a bag of gold medal blends still from Special Olympics that I got to open and get going on. I'm out of beers for blueberry right now.
Need to get some more. I have some if you want some.
You got a bag of grounds or do you have the cups?
I have the bag.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I might steal some. You got before we get Jack in here, you got me one of those Pals sweatshirts?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And a hat.
And oh, look at that. Shout out to
Yeah.
Austin White.
Shout out Pal Golf.
Shout out Pal Golf. Excited for their season this year.
Yeah.
All right. We now welcome onto the show. We can get him on here. Let's see.
Look at him.
Do a better view here. There we go. He's in Knoxville.
Gentlemen,
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Oh, dude, I got my own right here. Just for
Yeah,
you.
you do. Yeah, we do. Ladies and gentlemen.
Almost pulled a hamstring there. What's up, dude?
I feel graced to be in y'all city, man. Thanks for having me, boys.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Rocky Top.
It just feels right. It just I feel natural again. It was nice and a balmy. I felt like a sauna outside today. Nice humidity. Felt good to be back at Lindsey Nelson. But I will say I did come back. My first time here was in November of last year to kind of preview the season and retouch base with the boys after the run to Omaha in 23. Tomorrow will be my first game, though. Not a fall game, a first real life regular season game at Lindsey Nelson. So
let's go.
Popping the cherry. I'm excited.
I love that. Where are you in the media section, or where are we sitting at? We got a clear view.
You know me. I'm gonna bounce around. I'm a fart in a skillet, dude. I'll sit. I'll try to sit in every seat in the house if they'll let me.
Well, I got a seat right next to me. If you want to
say less, I'll be
right behind Tony. So
you should be. I mean, you should be honored. It's either Todd Helton or nobody. But
yeah.
But now,
is that who sits next to you, Todd Helton?
When he goes to games, yes, he does.
Wait, so we avoid the whole like big shoes to fill analogy by wearing flip-flops. You're asking me to sit in the seat that Todd Helton sits in?
Well, he sits in it very uncomfortably because he's a big dude, but yes.
Yeah, you're just making it worse. You're just making it way worse.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I'd be honored to sit with you, man. That'd be a blast.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do some hot dog reviews tomorrow. It'll be fun.
Say that actually sounds so good.
Yeah.
I got a ton of recommendations from Balls Nation. They were super kind to me on all my socials and they're letting me know where to go. I just hit, is it Stock and Barrel?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Great burger.
Boys, that's one of the best burgers I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I mean, Landon doesn't say best burger. I say best in Knoxville, best in a lot of places, in my opinion.
Had a lot of people told me it was one of the best burgers in Knoxville. I'm saying of all time. And I think I had an over easy egg on it, which game changer, a little hot sauce. But this is where I fell in love with this place. You get the option for half onion rings and half French fries. You got a fan for life in me. That was big time. Big time.
This is a pro move, but it also has led to my weight gain. I just go fries and then an order of onion rings. The half and half isn't enough onion rings. I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
Fair. I mean, beautifully said.
They're so good.
We're balling on a budget these days. So if I can afford the extra side, if I move into that stage of my life, I know I'm doing all right.
Hey, let me put out another that maybe's been thrown out there. If you're a breakfast guy, in the morning, head over to Pete's.
Okay.
Pete's. It's a great diner. It's right there near Market Square, like a block and a half away.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I had visions of the parade kind of roaming down on Main Street in that Market Square area. I don't know what I was expecting. Like, this is the first time I've really gotten to adventure around Knoxville. Dude, y'all city's gorgeous, man. Like, I like how everything is tied in with the school, but to close my eyes and see where the parade was cruising right down that cinema and whatever, man, I'm a big fan. I'm all in.
Well, the air's a little bit lighter now that Xander Seacrest is no longer in the city, so you have a lot more room.
I'm not laughing as hard though. That's for sure.
That's true. That's
for sure.
Did you get to meet up with Kirby?
I did. I got to hang out with Kirby today. I asked him. I know that they're renovating, but did they take the statue down just to keep people off of you during games, or where'd they put it? But yeah, it was awesome getting to see him. Getting to see him in this coaching role as well, right? Like you can see
it's
he's
different.
clearly very inspiring. Yeah, very different, but like so natural all at the same time. And because there's so many, it's such a fresh-faced ball club. Like he doesn't necessarily have to worry about the idea of like, it'd be weird to coach your buddies, your former teammates, but so many new faces in that bullpen that he doesn't necessarily have to worry about that. And he was basically a coach last year to a lot of those young arms as well. So it is man, it's right up his alley. It's perfect for him.
Oh yeah. So you're at practice today. What were the vibes like?
Immaculate. So
Okay.
I mean, in this weather too, it just got better.
yeah. I mean, first off, had no idea that the frat house was that close. That was insane.
Were there
That's-
guys out on the patio?
Yeah, I mean, like when I came and did the stadium tour in November, I guess I didn't really do a whole lot of meandering outside the ballpark. But today, I was just kind of embodying all the sights and sounds. So yeah, that's nuts. The new renovations done by Populous are going to be incredibly gorgeous. But on the field, it doesn't matter where they are. Getting to see him last weekend in Columbia, you could just tell. All right, new squad, same vibes. Like coach them hard as hell, but even when there's a guy not in action during practice today, like everyone's like on the railing talking shit, and like I just love, like it was awesome. Like it's contagious to be around. Like it makes you want to grab a glove and go play catch. So yeah, boys are buzzing. I think they're gonna be they're excited for the World Series rematch, which I don't know. You could say the same for the visiting team rolling into town.
Did you get to meet Ross Kivett, friend of the show?
I did not. No, I did not.
Good. We don't want to ruin your experience or anything.
Yeah.
Was he at practice today?
I would hope. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's the guy who got thrown out of Omaha a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and now he's
yeah.
back.
Yes. Okay. No, I did not get to meet him. I was like, I don't know. Sometimes like I go to practice. I was a really below average college baseball player. I've told you guys that multiple times before. But some things like what I miss most are those like BP shag and fly ball vibes. So me and Sean Barrows, their SID, who's just a freaking beast. He and I just kind of sat up in the stands all practice and hung out.
awesome.
And then I went and did a couple interviews post practice with Marcus Phillips that I'll release on Saturday. But I just kind of was like taking it in, like having fun.
Yeah.
So
How big is Marcus Phillips?
That's what I was going to ask.
Guys, it's really silly. Like,
Yeah. You've got an NFL quarterback.
So I'll put it in perspective. How many big leaguers did we have on this team last year? Like Christian Moore's going to be in the big leagues in no time. Like Burke right around the corner, right? Like all these dogs. KT. The list goes on and on. Apparently Marcus Phillips went to an overtime in a home run derby last year on this team. Did we know this story?
I've briefly heard that.
He and Blake Burke were tied at like 21 homers in 3 rounds. So they two went into overtime and Burke ended up narrowly beating him out. So he's a massive human being. Like, yeah, it's insane, man. He's a monster with not a lot of baseball under his belt. And you're looking at him going, oh my God, like this guy could play defensive end for you at Neyland on Saturdays with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Did you venture over to Neyland or any other parts of campus?
I did. I walked right through it. I was overzealous. I'm staying near Market Square, like you were saying, to your point. I was like, you know what? It's a 25-minute walk.
Yeah, it's a pretty walk too.
I'm starting to get a little skinny fat. Like, let's go on a little walk today and go see campus. I underestimated the hills. Very hilly city that we resided. But yeah, walked through campus. Went to the hill. Went to football stadium. I had done a basketball game the last time I was here. You guys beat the hell out of my George Mason Patriots a year ago. Real tight ball game, lost by 38. Yeah, but yeah, man, absolutely incredible. I feel like this is like if you were to film a movie of what a college looks and feels like, this would be it. Is that fair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. You've got
That's fair.
just all like the brick.
Yeah, I think it's the brick. I think it's the brick. Yeah.
Because I think there's I can't remember what part of campus it's called. South Carolina's got a square, a courtyard that it has that exact same. It's really just that area, but it has that exact same feel.
Yeah.
Like I'm on a tour and road trip right now. That's what
5 points. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Is that 5 points?
5 points, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there last weekend for the boys. It was good. Good for Vols Nation, not so much for the Gamecock.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? You mentioned KT, and we have like Reese Chapman basically reincarnated from KT. So what do you think about Reese Chapman in the 6 hole, just kind of being steady Eddie throughout the season?
Like, just there's no holes. Like, there's no holes in this offense. And in any other team in the country, that guy's like a bona fide 3-hole hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to see him in person last week, and why I felt like I had to interview him. Like, he's just such a calm customer. Like, had 2 really bad at bats, and then just laces a backside double, and then a 3-run homer, and you're like, oh man, like, it's just such a professional approach. The swing is so smooth. It's all very effortless. He's a massive human being as well.
Have you seen him his freshman year? Like a picture of him his freshman year?
I have not. Does he put on some weight?
Oh, he looked like he was a second baseman.
Really? See, I was a walking PVC pipe as well, so I don't resonate with the glow up, but I do appreciate a kid that worked his ass off for it, though.
Yeah, it's insane the transformation his body is. Like even his sophomore year, like who's that kid? Oh, that's Reese Chapman.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I think, and then it's like, okay, that work ethic is perfectly personifies this dude as a human being as well. Like, it was very genuine young man for a kid that's tearing it up right now. He's blistering baseballs, and it's one thing to do it in non-con play, but like he's almost been better in the SEC, which I think says a lot about him as a hitter as well.
Yeah, I think same for Andrew Fisher. Like that's a guy who's you're just like, man, is he going to be your 4-hole in non-conference play? And then in SEC play, is like, yeah, I'm just going to get on base every single, like lead the nation in walks and just hit
crazy.
I have 10 jacks already.
There's 2 things with him. I always think about that the Moneyball quote with Chris Pratt, and they're like, "How difficult is it to play first base?" It's pretty easy. Very difficult. Well, he's made that transition look easy. Like people forget that was not his primary position, right? So to not have Berto back yet, or whatever the hell it's going to happen with the NCAA, Fisher has to play first base, and like he's looked like a natural over there, which has then allowed Dean Curley to go play third base, where he looks about as organic as it gets at third. So all of a sudden, your hot corner is being defended by studs that are playing out of position, but may have just found themselves a home. And in Fisher's in Fisher's case, this idea that he's been there, he's done that in this conference. He goes and tears it up in the Cape, and then he chooses to come play in Knoxville. The other thing that was the first was the defensive piece that he's made look really easy. The second is, man, doesn't he just have moxie? That's my go-to word for him. Like he gets in the box and you're like, moxie. The way that he carries himself, moxie. Pimping homers, moxie. Like he's just kind of got that it factor that plays really well in that dugout.
Yeah, the way he like puts the grip on the bat, like he'll call Tom and walk over there and put the stuff on there. I mean, just takes his time. Doesn't worry about what the opposing crowd booing. He does not care.
He did not. Yeah, moxie. He don't give a damn. I love it. He was born to be a Vol.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. You talk about Dean Curley moving to third and in part to Ariel Antigua. How joyful is it to watch that man play short?
That's literally, I don't think I've even released it yet. It was the word that I used when I interviewed him last weekend. I go, dude, you look like you have so much fun playing shortstop. Like you look like where the guy's sitting there going, I don't hit it to me. Like he wants the ball every single time. And he is the definition of making the difficult look easy, where that play he made to the backhand, Coach Vitello talked about how it was one of the best plays he'd ever seen. When you go back and watch the replay, it doesn't do justice. The range to not only get to the baseball, the IQ to go straight to third, not even look over to first base. And then he's got such a cannon of an arm and a little bit of a smaller stature. His dad was actually his infield coach growing up. And I think that's where a lot of that pride and joy that you mentioned comes from.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, pretty cool. He's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, I just every time I'm like, I talk about him, I'm like, dude, he's phenomenal. I mean, so
So
much
good.
fun to watch and just always making plays. But then watching him every time he does something that again blows my mind. I'm just like, yeah, that's incredible.
Crazy.
I don't know how he does it, reproduces it every single game. Sometimes feels like every single half inning, but it's incredible to watch.
And that's the best part with, I mean, y'all's offense is so stupid that, you know, you're middle of the field. I always thought center field, shortstop, catcher. I don't give a damn if those guys hit $110. If they defend it like Antigua, I'm never taking him out of the lineup.
Mhm.
I think he's hit like 265, 270 right now. Like that more than so does it. His glove is so good that he's going to get drafted because of what he does in flashing the leather. Same goes with Cannon Peebles, right? Like struggling a little bit at the plate, has the big homer over the weekend. But with his glove and big arm, and we're seeing the back pick nation kind of carrying over from Cal Stark from a year ago, like defensively, y'all's middle of the field is matching the offensive intensity as well, where you go, all right, cool, man. Like not only can they swing it, like they flash the hell out of the leather. Like it just feels like another really complete volunteer team.
Yeah, and you talk about center field. I mean, that's probably been Tennessee's best player, which, I mean, going into the season, you're like, Hunter Hensley's good, but like he's never going to hit like 350. Like he's probably a 300, 280 hitter that is just a really good defender. But man, has he been in that 3-hole and just been a freaking rock there?
Dude, doesn't it feel like he's playing with something to prove? Right? Like we just won a national championship, but
there's another wall to run through.
There's another damn wall to run through. And when you talk to him, he's the prototypical leader in every sense of the word that you can feel it. Like I was doing interviews with some of the freshmen today, like getting like silly, goofy teammate question type stuff. And I've got a good enough relationship with him now where he's like, all right, hey, they're done. We got to go do arm care. Get the hell out of here, pencil guy. I was like, hey, yes, sir, El Capitan. I'm outie. Let's go. But he's a guy that you lose so much, but by getting him back, and it's something I'll touch on here in a second, this idea that you get him back, you lose so much leadership, but when you get him back, the culture is taken care of. I don't care who you bring in. He's not going to let you step out of line. Like, as long as 9 is there, we're good. That says a lot about him as a young man. Now, secondly, how the hell that guy doesn't get drafted is beside me. Because you mentioned like 300 to 320 hitter. People forget he was really banged up last year at the beginning of conference play. So those numbers are a little bit skewed. Then you watch him do what he did in Omaha, and you're like, unreal. I don't the play through the wall, the slide at home. Like, those are big league moments. So this bullshit tool system, like they can all go screw themselves, frankly. Like just go eye test for me just one time. So hit 360, hit 15 plus Jimmys this year. He's literally just going, hey, Major League Baseball, like screw you, watch this.
Yeah.
And could not be more happy for a dude and all of his success this year.
And he might be like, when he's done, you know, depending on what happens this year, but he might be one of the most decorated players to ever come through Tennessee.
Yeah, you said it, not me. You know what I mean? Like,
the guy wins.
Winner. He got a damn documentary done after him.
Have you seen it yet?
Fantastic work.
Incredible. And you talked about that slide at home. I've seen it a million times since last June, but I watched that documentary. I texted my brothers. I said, to this day, I don't know how he did it. And to this day, and probably forever, it'll be one of the most incredible athletic plays I've ever seen.
All right. I want to ask you guys, Caleb, Landon, give me your Mount Rushmore of Tennessee moments, because that has to be on it, right?
Okay.
Just
Tennessee baseball?
Baseball.
No, across the board. Like I'm talking all Tennessee sports, but I think that moment was so poignant that it has to be on there.
Top of my head, Juwan Jennings Hail Mary against Georgia in 16. That's up there. Lofton over Durant. That's up there.
Good one.
Gilbert's Grand Slam up there.
None of those won championships. That's where I'm like settling right now.
Yeah, Chase McGrath's kick is probably up there.
Yeah.
Do you think if Ensley's it was like a tie game and that was like the game-winning run, people would talk about it a little bit more? But because you only win by 1, but it was like you're up 5-1, like it held a little bit of a different weight because of the score at the time of that run.
Oh,
Yeah, I think there's
it's crazy.
There's definitely a percentage of people that probably don't realize that was the game-winning run.
It's crazy. Yeah, because it felt like the game was always in your hands. Yeah, it was wild, man.
So I'm sure that changed it a little bit.
I mean, but he could have two different. He's the only player that could have two different moments on that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
dude, the wall was wild. He hit it so hard. Dude, he hit it so damn hard.
And I need confirmation from, I guess, the team that handles the production in Omaha. But I mean, if they don't have the walls mic'd up, I mean, what microphone picked that noise up? Because it was awful.
I mean, from what I remember, they have on field mics you see over dugouts. They have them on each foul pole, and I think maybe one in center field. But he hit it directly in left center. So that was like a small Kia Soul running into a brick wall, is what it sounded like.
Well, what's crazy too, talking about his leadership. Obviously, he does that, and then was it Kavaris Tears ran through a wall a day later?
Yeah, literally a day later, and right. Crazy.
I mean, just like that, I think was this team gets it. This team knows what it. No doubt that kind of felt like they were going to win it.
Just like a team. That Florida State game, you're like, this might be the team of destiny. This might be. This was their kick 6.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. I think too, and I'll segue it. I think pretty gracefully. That moment, right? The check swing that goes viral on Twitter. To me, it's such a judgment play. I understand why Florida State fans and other baseball fans. It's just envy and greed. What they forget about is the guy still has to lace a baseball through the middle of the field. Go get the damn guy out. Mm-hmm. Because I don't think he went. I know that I'm in a safe space right now, but whenever I say that in other college baseball circles, I get ridiculed.
Yeah.
But that moment of virality versus, has this always been a problem with people bitching about the size of the field?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
not always.
As soon as Tennessee started winning.
Yeah.
So probably
so more envy. Okay.
2021 is when it started becoming a thing. And I remember when it was Max Ferguson hit a walk-off home run to right field against number 1 Arkansas. And honestly, it did kind of look like a pop fly, but it kept going and going, and it somehow went over the fence. And from that moment, it's been they're only winning because of this. Because Tennessee shouldn't have been winning with the players that they had at that point.
Yeah, I get that. It just sounds like more envy and greed. So if you're saying this only started because or this only began after you guys had started this kind of crazy run,
yeah,
I have no problem with that. I get it. That makes sense to me. I would ridicule and find the smallest of things. Because I was there today, dude. The wind was howling in during batting practice, and balls were getting pumped that weren't leaving the yard.
Oh yeah, it can be a graveyard there, depending on how the wind's going.
Yeah. I think more often than not, the wind will blow out. But when it comes in, it feels like it comes in a million miles an hour. It'll hold the ball.
Okay, it's good. It's good to know, because I wanted to tweet something out, being like, "Wind's howling in today, man. This ballpark is playing huge," just to see the reaction.
Oh yeah, you'd have got one.
I thought it poked the bear a little bit, but
well, if you want to really go find some of my favorite home runs that didn't get talked about enough, I mean, Luke Lipsius would just rip line drives out to that short fence and right. I mean, it looked like the ball was traveling 6 feet in the air the whole time. It was awesome. He probably did that 20 times in his career. I loved it.
He said, "Bullpen beware."
Yeah.
Are you Landon? Are you going to all 3 games this weekend?
I'm definitely going Friday. I got to see about. I'm playing golf Saturday morning, so we'll see. We'll see kind of how that goes.
How you're feeling post 18?
Yeah.
How good the 10th and 19th hole treat you?
Right. Yeah, we'll see how it is. But that's a later game, right?
6. Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Okay. I could probably make
6.
that.
I'm thinking doubleheader. I noticed your round of golf is Saturday, not Sunday. I'm thinking doubleheader Saturday. What do we think?
That's we were just looking at the weather before right as we started up, I guess. I don't know what the full day outlook looks like.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's another thing
you have to
where-
poke the curfew. I think you have to do that.
Yeah, dude, I said that. I said it. I go, it's been that kind of year for College Station fans.
I will say I've seen the tape. I hate to agree with someone whining, but it was just some classic gamesmanship Bush League. Like it was.
Dude, for sure. It was such a weekend of like had to have it for both of those teams, for Kentucky and for A&M. And I'm not sure how much of your viewers care about the other SEC baseball, but I've been doing this for 2-3 years now, and played obviously for 6. Like I've been around it for quite some time. I'd never heard of that shit before. Like I've never heard of the obviously the travel rule and hadn't be done the curfew rule, but we're in the SEC. Like, let's not pretend like these kids were super eager to get back to class on Monday. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
No
all right,
shot.
we're cool,
And
right?
they're all getting on a plane afterwards. They're not getting on a 13-hour bus ride. What are we doing?
Yeah, let me introduce you to a bus ride back from Longwood, Virginia to Charleston, South Carolina, 12 and a half hours to pull it back in at 4 o'clock in the morning, go to an 8 a.m. class because the teachers at my school didn't believe in athletics. Not really sure how that's possible, but I got a weird feeling the SEC guys probably weren't experiencing the same.
Yeah, no shot.
But yeah,
So-
good gamesmanship.
So tell us a little bit about A&M. They've dealt with some injuries, but I mean, just a fall from grace is what it's been so far. With the preseason number 1 team in the country, and now they're unranked. What is Aggie fans like, or even this baseball program, like, what are they looking forward to get back on track?
I think it's a mix of kind of a perfect storm. A&M, the preseason number 1, UVA, the preseason number 2, off to historically bad starts in the history of college baseball, right? Both teams out of the top 25. It's never happened before. And people have jumped ship. People have sold their stock. I have held it low, mostly because I really do believe in this team. And I really do believe in their head coach. And if you remember from that World Series last year, Michael Early was the hitting coach of an offense that many had said at the time was one of the best we'd ever seen before. Now, I know I'm speaking in like kind of hyperbole, but they had 1 through 9. They had 9 guys hitting over 330, 2-3 potential years of the number 1 overall pick. Like last year, you were looking at Braden Montgomery potentially being the number 1 overall pick if he doesn't get hurt. And this year, Jace Laviolette, potential number 1 pick. And then Grahovac, who is now a sophomore freshman last year, projected number 1 overall pick next year. Like so deep, so loaded, a beautiful blend of speed and power. Obviously, Montgomery gets drafted. Laviolette, preseason favorite to win the Golden Spikes. Grahovac goes down with a torn labrum after week 1. Now, to me, they still have so much offensively that shouldn't have derailed it the way that it has. I think it says more about the SEC as a whole right now. People seem to forget that they're actually one of 5 teams that's 1-8 in the SEC. Like it's really top heavy right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at an A&M team that's 1-8. The world is caving in as we speak, but 5 of their 8 losses are by 2 runs or less, right? They're a pitch here or there. Now, leadership, culture, they win in those moments, right? You win that 50-50 ball. They haven't yet. So I think they have, a guy like Hayden Schott, a 6-year dude that's been on campus, so insanely respected by his teammates. You need a couple of those veterans to just take a deep breath and go, boys, it's baseball. It's our turn to go on a run. I would hate to feel that way and head to Knoxville, Tennessee at this point in the game, but
Yeah.
they have enough juice. Ryan Prager, who throws on Friday nights for them, drafted pretty early. I believe it was Cubs or Angels. Regardless, top 10 rounder last year. Really, really good on Fridays. He's a Golden Spikes midseason watch list guy. Kean Doyle on Friday night is going to be must-watch television. Like it's going to be so good. So need good starting pitching. I think they have to strike first for Aggie fans, right? So if you're a Vols guy, like I'm not saying that you can't play from behind, but A&M hasn't been able to this year.
Yeah.
So if you're a Vols fan, you go, hey man, if we can just get on the board early, you feel like you can almost kind of take the wind out of their sails and run away with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's one thing about Tennessee is like like you said earlier, there's not any holes. I mean, even a guy like you thought, like Antigua, like at 9, like batting 9th right now. It's like he's still batting 280. Texas A&M has 2 guys batting over 300 right now. So it's just it's been a weird, especially. I mean, looking like they were so happy they were basically got everybody back.
Everybody
besides Montgomery, but they didn't even have him in Omaha. So
and huge portal pieces too, right? Like they went and got a guy like Gavin Cash who's hit 300 plus in the Big 12. Like they got bona fide dudes who have done it and have been there in the biggest of moments. And at this stage of the career, you're expecting them to peak and continue to build off first team All-American type success, and they just haven't been there. I think they're like almost like 17th to last in the country in batting average with runners in scoring position. Like I don't really know how to explain that. I don't think many can except for just baseball, right? Like,
it's brutal.
It's just it's brutal. And damned if you do, damned if you don't. Momentum is everything.
Yeah, I'm excited about this weekend. I think it's going to be fun. I think you talked about Liam Doyle. You know, you have to kind of have a psychopath on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And he's everything and more of what a psychopath is. What have you seen from Liam Doyle this season? Also, one thing I just want to kind of get your take on is like his pitch count. Like that's been a weird thing. It's like, hey man, just like get somebody to roll over every now and then. You don't have to like blow it by them to get your pitch count up and throw 4 1/3 and instead of like 6 or 7 innings.
It's a delicate line to walk, right? So if you're asking me to answer that question, I don't know how to. So if we were to call upon Frank the Tank, the legend that is the pitching coach in that dugout, I'm sure that like makes him want to pull his hair out. But that have to punch every guy out mentality is the psycho you were just talking about that we love to have on a Friday night, right? So it's like we want to be able to reel it in a little bit, but you also don't want to take away what is his superpower, which is, you know, his ability to strike out guys better than anyone in the country. Number 1 in Ks per 9, number 1 in Ks overall. And he also doesn't walk anybody. Like I think it's like what, 67 strikeouts to 13 walks right now? It's nuts. It's absolutely nutty. It's why like at the beginning of the season, I go, man, this guy, I don't know if he's a starting pitcher. I mean, he's going to go top 10 overall. Like I think he's better than Jamie Arnold today. Everyone calls me a Vols homer, but like when you look at his stuff, like he feels like a number 1 overall pick. But I also think that he's a guy that if a MLB team is hunting for postseason play, a la a guy like David Price with Tampa Bay, or who's the kid at TCU? It was TCU, Brandon Finnegan, who pitched for the Royals in that postseason run. Liam Doyle is a guy that's got good enough stuff that could be in the big leagues by August and pitching in meaningful innings in the MLB postseason because his stuff is that damn good, right? Just the 2 pitches. Where I've been surprised and pleasantly surprised as well. Hey, that evolution of the 3rd pitch is allowing him to get the 3rd time through the lineup. Now, if you can pitch to contact just a wee bit more, now you're looking at a guy that could be a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball for a really long time. He's different, man. He is built different.
Yeah. Last question for me. I'll get you out of here. I really appreciate you hopping on with us short notice, but you're in Knoxville, so we kind of had to get it done.
Hell, dude, I'm excited to sit with you this weekend.
Yeah.
I told you, I'm a reoccurring guest now. I feel honored that you had me.
Yeah, absolutely. You, Ross Kivett, Xander Seacrest, all up there like 3 or 4, or Ben McKee is another one. So that's Ben's 4 guys. Yeah.
Ben's a must follow on social.
Oh, yeah. But there's nobody doing it better right now in recruiting than Tony Vitello. You know, you mentioned the portal with A&M. I mean, no one's getting the portal guys and getting the most out of them like Tennessee is right now. Does it almost feel like this train isn't going anywhere?
I said it last year, and I didn't mean to say it in a way that was belittling the hard work that goes into this damn recruiting business. I said it was like almost like on cruise control. Now, what I mean by that is this idea that like a Texas or a Notre Dame or an Alabama in football, right? Like just the brand. Tennessee has become that brand in college baseball where because he is who he is, he can walk in, put his his phone number on the table and go, I am who I am. If you want to come be a part of it, let's ride. And you know exactly what you're getting. So to your point, what I think they've done a magical job of, and it was right after y'all won the national championship last year. I'm sitting there talking to Josh Elander, and I was like, so when's the parade? Like, I got invited. I'm going to come jump in the parade. And he goes, well, it's tomorrow. I go, well, I would have had to leave in the RV about 8 hours ago, which was in the 7th inning. I can't make it in time. I go, why the hell are you doing it so soon? He's like, well, because our fans want it. And I go, that's fair. And 2, he's like, we got to go recruit. He's like, I'm 2 weeks late. And the light bulb went off. I go, these guys are wired different. Right?
Yeah.
Like he's already thinking about putting the ring on his finger and then it's go time. He had to go get to the Cape to go get a guy like Andrew Fisher. So not only have they been able to go get the big fish, no pun intended, right? You've been able to go get the big guys, the big names in the portal. But what they've done an even better job of, right? And a guy like Marcus Phillips, who doesn't have a lot of baseball under his belt, they went and got their guys, which is everything. You have to have the type of identity. You have to have the type of want to and energy and emotion to play for this team. Not everybody does. And that doesn't mean that they're not incredible baseball players, but you have to play their type of way. And I think that's their difference. Like that's their separator is, yes, player development. And these are brilliant baseball minds, but guys play better when they're confident. Guys play better when they're comfortable. And right now, being at practice today, I outside of maybe a team that you guys so love down in Baton Rouge, I don't know if anyone's doing it better.
That's good. That's going to be a dogfight in the box this season. I'm looking forward to that series.
Are you going to the box?
I think so. I think
for that series.
I think I'm going to go.
You're going to have to label this like the Tennessee World Tour or something. How many Tennessee games you end up at?
Don't worry. Everybody already is. They're like, some like game day thing you're trying to develop. You're just following one team. One team's got the best story so far.
Yeah, number one. What else do you want?
What do you want me to do? That is, and I'll leave this on this. I thought it was going to be Texas and Texas A&M playing for the College World Series this year, and I know a lot of Vols Nation who I've been honored to be nominated as an honorary VFL. Oh, how did I do the thumbs up thing?
I was wondering.
That's awesome.
How the hell did I do that?
I've never seen that before.
Oh my God!
Is it only you?
I think. Are you on an iPhone?
I'm on an iPhone.
Oh, that's what it is. I was like, "There's no way."
I've still never seen that before. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Sorry, golden retriever energy. But I thought it was going to be Texas and Texas A&M. I've been nominated as an honorary Vol for life, so I know I pissed off a lot of Vols Nation when I made my prediction. But it was only because I thought the script writers so desperately wanted to see Schloss and the old school like battle it out. It'd be great for ratings. But I missed the bigger picture, and I did. I made a new statement on 11.7 last week when we did our repicks at the halfway point. It was always LSU, Tennessee. I didn't realize you guys hated each other so much.
It's kind of a new thing,
and it's just baseball. It's really just baseball.
Just baseball.
Yeah, like football and basketball. There's not necessarily like kindness there by any means, but there's not. Yeah, there's hate in baseball. It doesn't exist elsewhere.
So it's that. The two teams who are pouring gas on the fire right now when it comes to everything, right? Facilities, technology, NIL, coaching budgets, like all of it. These two programs want it more than everybody else in the country, and it's becoming very evident that everyone else is playing on a different tier. Does that make kind of like set like you know what I mean? Like so yeah, the box is gonna be legendary. Then we'll run it back in the SEC tournament like last year. And then the third time will be for the College World Series.
That would be awesome.
Book it, clip it. It's probably not that hot of a take, though. But, I
mean, I don't know if it's scorching, but I mean, it's just bold because I know the rest of the country's sick of the SEC. So that's gonna hurt that it will once again be two SEC schools.
Well, and they're sick of Tennessee too, and I get it. Like the big man on campus, like I mean, these guys come in, they're cocky. They hit the home runs. They got the torpedo bats, probably. Whatever Josh Elander's doing. But I mean, like they are kind of the new team that everybody is like crazy about, and so they're sick of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it from a hater standpoint.
Yeah.
But the proof's in the pudding, man. Like they're investing in it, so you're seeing the fruits of your labor. But man, it would be fun. It would be fun.
And we beat Vanderbilt in the Super Regional, and then go beat LSU in the College World Series.
Is that still the number one baseball rival? Is it Vandy? Is there more like a
For now, I think it's still the number one. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
because you definitely play them every year. Like we didn't play LSU every year
That's true.
for a while.
Well, and I think just being in state, and then that's another program who they used to be college baseball.
I think that's what it is.
They're very much
Just-
Georgia. Tennessee LSU is Georgia Alabama. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like that. And I think baseball is different because obviously there's so much popularity around, football and basketball that in baseball there are trailblazers, right? Like Vanderbilt they were trailblazers into building a dynasty in a different way, right? Like Tim Corbin was the hottest name in the sport. And now you guys are kind of in the midst of that, right? Like Tony Vitello's everywhere, and the way that you're winning is different, and it's fun. And there's this beautiful storybook ending to the craziness of 22 that those guys got to like rewrite their stories, and it is the birth of this dynasty, just like Vanderbilt had. So, yeah, that makes sense, though. I think that's probably the reality, and in being in state too, there's probably a little bit of a different hatred as well.
Yeah, for sure. And the Whistler, that's super annoying.
Have you been to a Vanderbilt home game?
I have not. No, but I met him in Hoover last year. I did meet him in Hoover. I have not been to a Vandy home game. It's a peculiar looking ballpark though.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I do love Coach Corbin. And they got a weird team. Like I say weird. They've got a fun, eclectic team. Like they got some big boppers and they've got speed. A bunch of portal arms out of the bullpen. Like I think they're a dark horse in the SEC for sure. But like we talked about, like it's the SEC is like AA baseball this year. It is so dang good that that to me the only two teams. Well, Georgia's and Texas are. I feel like they're in that tier 2 behind LSU and Tennessee. But this year in baseball, I do think it's going to take a similar trend of what we've seen in college basketball. Sorry about your Vols.
It's okay.
It feels it's about to be chalk as hell, boys. It really is, which is going to benefit you in the baseball world. I really do believe so. So,
yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to this weekend. I mean, Caleb said it earlier that this was going to be like this was the series. Like you circled this one as soon as that schedule came out. And
I bought my plane ticket 2 months ago. So let's do it.
Yeah. You had no clue they're going to be 14-14 and as a record. But
I would say, did I accidentally book a ticket to like I don't know, Sacramento or something? What do you mean?
That's awesome. Well, Jack, appreciate you hopping on again.
Yes.
Looking forward to at least tomorrow, this weekend, and we'll get some hot dogs going for sure.
So coach me up. We're doing hot dog reviews. Do you put anything under hot dog when you do this review?
You can get whatever you want.
Do it however you want. It's your dog.
Really?
Your dog, your score.
You can put queso on it, whatever you want.
Shut the hell. Do y'all have queso at the ballpark?
Well, Landon's got to get it for you. He's got to go down into the fancy MVP section where they get free food. Yeah. Don't trust this guy with money. You got to be careful.
It's Ross Kivett. He got it for us.
I like that move, man. I'm in the okay. Yeah, I'm all in. You just tell me when and where. You tell me to jump, I say how high. You tell me to run out, you say how fast. I'm all in.
And if you get a chance to talk to anymore, you need to talk to Ross Kivett. He will be a staple.
Actually, go in like you're an investigative journalist, and I'm gonna ask him about there's something fishy going on with an address in Houston that his name's on, and might be some impermissible benefits or something. I don't know. Hit him with something like that. Go in.
Those are good factoids. My issue is when you roll in with a pencil microphone and flip flops, the investigative piece becomes a little bit satirical. So I don't know how serious of an answer.
I think y'all would get along just great.
All right, Ross. We're gonna be best friends come tomorrow. 24 hours later.
There you go. All right, Jack. Appreciate you, brother. Go Vols.
Go damn Vols. Appreciate you guys having me back.
Let's see if we can get back to our screen. I don't know where we're at. Right there, maybe.
There you go.
That's not what we normally use. Is it that one? It's that one.
There you go. We're back.
That was Jack DeLongchamps. We never got to introduce him because we just jumped right into it. We appreciate him hopping on.
Yeah, he's with
always-
11.7 Pencil Talk.
Yep.
Also D1 Baseball. He does a lot of things, and he mentioned Trailblazer. He's kind of been a trailblazer for college baseball. So
in those flip flops, he's blazing trails.
Exactly. So yeah, really appreciate him coming on, talking some ball, and yeah, looking forward to spending some time with him at the ballpark tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be awesome. I'm jealous. I'm gonna have to buy a ticket now. I'll be there. I'm gonna buy a whole patio. I would love to go tomorrow if anybody's selling a cheap ticket. I don't. What are tickets right now?
Let me work on getting you one. How about that?
Let me know. I would say like right now, 80%, 90% chance. If there's a ticket involved, that shoots way up.
Okay.
99 to 100.
Perfect.
Gotta make sure some things are good on my end. But
okay.
We started talking about it, the weather, how nice it was going to be tomorrow, and I started like looking. I was like, I think I could go.
It's gonna be nice.
So, yeah,
7 o'clock. And the boys are back home. That's what we're wanting. The boys are back home. No more road trips. Back home. Texas A&M. Looking forward to it. Dalton Bargo. Who's this guy? He's batting .464 right now in SEC play. I mean,
yeah,
red hot.
He's your DH.
And man, Tony Vitello is going to have fun making out the lineup card if you're having Gavin Keelan coming back as a DH, because where are you putting Dalton Bargo?
Please be careful. I hate that it does this. I mean, I thought I fixed it. We're just gonna scoot back here. This happened the other night on the Chase Thomas podcast. He's got to be careful filling out the lineup card. Can I give you my stupidity?
Yeah.
Did you see it was Liberty and USF maybe?
Okay.
Maybe? No, it was Jacksonville State. Liberty and Jacksonville State. Did you see this story at all?
I don't think so.
After the first pitch, Jacksonville State's coach comes out of the dugout with the lineup card, talks to the ump. Liberty had to forfeit the game because they played a guy that wasn't rostered on the 27-man.
Oh my! How do you mess that up?
Doesn't it feel like a little bit of bush league though? I mean, I get it, but like, I would get if you're the coach and it's the third inning and you realize it. But like, you know it well enough that when that first pitch hits the mitt, you're out in the umpire's ear. Can you not be just like honest about it and be like, hey man, you can tell the coach you can't play him. You didn't roster him. I don't know. It just feels like bush.
Is it a midweek game? Because that's even crazier. Because like you just wasted your time like going to this park or whatever, and then you just don't play. That's crazy.
I think it was Jacksonville State. I'm having trouble finding it now. And this could have happened a while ago.
Yeah.
This was 3 days ago.
So it was a midweek.
It says because of Conference USA rules. Are they both Conference USA? I can't remember what Liberty is.
I think they are.
So yeah, that's
okay. So maybe it was like a series.
So they accidentally left the start. It was the starting pitcher off the roster that was submitted for Saturday's doubleheader. So it was one of the doubleheader games. I guess that's good for the fans. They didn't just have to go home.
Yeah, true. My stupidity is dude, did you see the dude at the Atlanta Hawks game?
No.
So they brought two guys out there to play tic-tac-toe. Basically, you had to what are you doing?
I'm trying to fix my camera. This is how you do it.
Oh.
That'll be fine.
You're, like got the force or something. But you're yeah, they're playing tic-tac-toe. So basically they shoot a layup, come back, they put down a thing at the board. First guy goes up for this layup, tears his ACL. I mean, just goes up, just
shooting a layup.
Yeah, just torn. And he's like laying there on the ground, like he's in pain. He's like screaming. And they're continuing to go through this game. Well, the guy obviously wins. And the girl like tries to walk over to him. And he's like, okay, he's in pain. We need to do something. And he's like, congrats to this guy for winning. And she's like, that looks like it hurts. I don't know what to do right now. And they just turn the camera off.
That's crazy. Poor dude. Golly. What a
I mean,
terrible
it looked
story
like
for the Dolphins, man.
who was it? Bert. It wasn't Bert. Who tore his
Tom Segura. No, he
Yeah.
did more than that, dude. He just, I don't know what all he did. He like broke his arm and then
Oh,
like
okay,
jacked up his
But
entire
that's
leg.
what it looked like. This guy just like fell hard.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Also, did you see Michie Johnson's career so far?
No.
So in 2021, he was at Ohio State. 2022, he was at Ohio State. 2023, South Carolina. 2024, South Carolina. 2025, he transferred back to Ohio State. And then he transferred back to South Carolina this year.
I feel like you just like read how many years?
This will be his 6th.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like you said more than 4. Good Lord.
I think there was a red shirt, maybe a medical red shirt in there somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, that's way too many.
Yeah, far too many. I agree.
And are you not just curious of what else is out there?
Yeah, dude, go experience the world. There's more than just Columbus and Columbia. There's actually an entire nation named Columbia you could go explore.
Exactly.
And it's named after Columbus. Like you're still, go to Columbia for a year. Do a study abroad in Bogota.
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy career. I can't think of like 2 worse places to go. I've been to Ohio, sucks. I've been to Columbia, South Carolina one time. I'll never go back. So
I can think of a few places worse.
yeah, probably Columbia, Missouri. I'm surprised he hasn't tried that one yet.
Columbia, Missouri, sneaky pretty. Whereas Columbia, South Carolina, that's like right on the cusp of the Ozarks. It's very pretty. Well, I was kind of, I guess I don't know what it's like when you're like actually in Columbia, because I was just kind of driving through. I stayed just outside of it. So I could be wrong about like when you're in Columbia, but
yeah,
it's at least pretty around it. You got to go pretty far east to get pretty in Columbia,
start
South
wearing
Carolina.
cargo camo shorts and
get that Carolina squat going in your truck. That's when South Carolina starts looking pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
You watching the Final Four this weekend? I'm probably not.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm still pretty sad.
Yeah, we'll see. Guys, thank y'all so much. Actually, you could win the more important issues thing.
Am I up in it now?
I think if Houston, who did you have? Houston and Florida?
I had Florida and Tennessee in it, but someone else had Houston. So it's probably comes down to Houston versus Florida then, if that's the case.
Okay.
Like who wins between those two?
I thought you had it.
I'm looking at it right now. Give me 1 second.
Anyway, while he's looking at that, guys, go check out Roback.
Place right now.
Roback.com. Use promo code More Important Issues for 20% off your first purchase.
There's a guy in front of me that has Florida as well. But other than that, I'm the highest ranked.
But who did you have in your final?
Final, I had Tennessee and Florida. Wait, no,
you didn't. You had Duke.
Bracket. Yeah, okay, Duke. Yeah.
If you have Duke and Florida, you win the whole thing.
Suck it, losers.
Because the guy in front of you that has Florida, he has Florida and Houston.
So I need Houston to lose. Bad.
Yeah.
I need that Hovey bad. I need to lift my spirits. I deserve this.
You know the best thing, if you win, we don't have to buy them for anybody else.
I'm getting them.
I'm just kidding.
I'm getting my prize.
Are you going to get a Chattanooga one?
Do they have a Chattanooga one?
Yeah.
Wait, Chattanooga Lookouts?
No, Chattanooga. Like Mox.
No.
I just thought you were a Chattanooga guy.
No, buck up. We're rivals,
Okay.
baby.
Okay. I thought you were a big Mont guy. Sorry.
Never been a mock guy. Like
Okay.
Chattanooga, not the mocks. Like the Lookouts, not the mocks.
Okay. Guys, thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be back on Sunday talking about the series win over Texas A&M. More portal news, Final Four maybe. We'll see. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.